Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗯𝗶𝗶. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO, and we are very lucky to have very special guests on the show right now. Sharon, Alfredo, how are you guys doing today?
Hey, we're doing good. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yes, we really appreciate your time. We know both of you are very busy. So, for the start and everyone's benefit, everyone who's listening and watching, can you tell us something about yourselves? Alfredo and Sharon. Let's start with you, Alfredo.
So I have been a team leader here with 𝗙𝗪𝗰𝗶𝗹 for 4 years, but I have been with 𝗙𝗪𝗰𝗶𝗹 for 14 years. So I've been with this same office, 𝗙𝗪𝗰𝗶𝗹 Partner Southwest, all my career. So it's been a fun ride. I'm excited to share a little bit more about what we're doing.
Of course, so been in the business for a long time. How about you, Sharon?
I'm a rookie compared to this guy over here. I've been a team leader here for about a year, although I had a few experiences here in leadership. Actually, I had been here until about 2018 and then went to Alfredo's Market Center at Pembroke Pines, which is Southwest. And Alfredo was my team leader.
Wow.
So we have a great relationship and of course a history, which makes our team so awesome.
All right. And I know for a fact that you have a cyberbacker supporting your markets, both of your market centers, correct?
That is correct. We have Marty. He's a great cyberbacker. So he's been helping us. He actually started with me little over 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago. And then we've transitioned into kind of the head for our side. So he's been working with both of us to grow the organization.
So 2 years now working with your cyberbacker, Marty,
correct?
All right. For the first few years, I believe with you first, right, Alfredo?
Yep. The first 2 years were with me. And then we saw a lot of the value. So that's why we're obviously here now. We saw a lot of value in Cyberbacker and what Cyberbacker could do.
All right, perfect. My next question is for you, Sharon. Is this your first time working with someone virtually, or did you have experience prior having your own cyberbacker?
So I did have my own cyberbacker when I was an agent. So when I did agent work full-time, listings, buyers, I definitely had a cyberbacker, and that person helped with my social media and quite a bit of connection with my database. So I was familiar with Cyberbacker, but not in this role. They've been, Marty's been a huge help in this role.
So something different. All right, then. Now, let's try and talk about Marty for the both of you. What can you tell me about him? Personality-wise, things like that. The things he does for you in your business, of course.
Sharon, you want to go first on this one?
Sure. So Marty is a breath of fresh air. He's definitely, I don't know how familiar everybody, I'm sure most are familiar with the DISC profile. He's definitely an I. He's somebody who is excitable. He conveys messages really well. So he definitely lets the agents that he's speaking to know how passionate he is about the business and how passionate we are about the business. He's great with scripting. And I guess I'll stop there. I'll let Alfredo have some things to say, but I will tell you, he's definitely a pleasure to work with and to brainstorm with. So he does have ideas. One of the things I love about him the most is he does connect with other cyberbackers and share some of their experiences so that we can build and grow our business as well.
All right. So Alfredo, the ball is in your court. Your turn.
Yeah, so I think one of the things so I'll share this because I think people out there, if they're hearing this, 𝗙𝗪𝗰𝗶𝗹, and I love that name, right? I love that name. But I think one of the things that's important, and I just want to share this, is he was not my first cyberbacker. So a part of it is the right hire. So the first one, unfortunately, she moved on to another department or something. And then I had the opportunity to interview. And at the second time that I was able to interview, I was able to find Marty. And we connected. And I think what's helped is he's open to listening, but you also the training on the back end. So not only is the training that I'm giving, but he's also able to use a lot of cyberbacker tools. So, it's been a great working partnership. As he said it when we first started, he's my partner. I truly think that is what's made it different in that side, where it's the same way that Sharon and I have been partners in this business for a long time, first as separate agents and then as team leader and now as co-team leaders in 2 offices. Has just been, I think the partnership is what helps in that side.
I like what you mentioned that this is a partnership, obviously, of course, a two-way relationship between both of you and your cyberbacker, Marty. Now, let me ask, ever since Marty started with you, how much time has he saved the both of you? When it comes to tasks and everything, maybe something daily.
So for me, it has been, exponential. So we both have differing situations. Alfredo has grown his market center significantly. My market center is in the process of that growth. And so, as you know, we're in sort of in a space where we're transitioning. So I really am pretty solo here. I do have a few staff members. And because of that, it means that I'm spending a lot of time doing things that maybe I would rather not be doing. And Marty helps me to focus what I'm supposed to be doing, which is really, recruiting the best and coaching my top 20%. He allows me to do that. So I would say definitely hours per day. He saves me at least a few hours a day in doing some of the tasks that I would have been doing if I was alone.
Okay. How about you, Alfredo?
For me, time is a great value in that side, right? So I was able to go to my Halloween party the other day. I was able to go to the association event. He saves me time in terms of, we have a lot of people in our market, right? And if somebody sees this, our goal is to help agents grow their business. But there's agents that at certain times, they might not be ready to join. So I sometimes cannot get to 50 calls a day or reach out to them. That's where the value comes in and adding that time, where I'm able to then have time to do this. So right now I'm doing this with you, but as soon as I finish this at 6 o'clock, I have a career night that he was able to help me with set up. So the time side is great added value where I don't have to be all day at a task and he's able to leverage me. So I think that's added a lot of value, and also to our relationship, with the other team leaders. So I'm able to meet with Sharon to do these calls. So I think time will add money to give you also just monetary wise. I could look at on a monthly basis anywhere from 5+ people that join from those conversations. I think it works hand in hand. The more time you have, the better conversations you can have.
Of course, being there in the conversation is very, very important, of course.
All right.
Now, a lot of our listeners don't really know what a cyberbacker could do for their business. So my next question is, what does Marty do for your market centers? What does he do? What are his tasks mainly?
So Marty does a variety of tasks. So, and again, some unique things as well, depending on how annoying his team leaders are going to be for that week. So he absolutely pivots pretty quickly, and he knows how to make adjustments, which has been we've been grateful for. So for us, mainly, he is absolutely diving into new agent lists that we might get from the DVPR, right? So for us, that is the authority that releases new agents. And he's setting up these career nights for us. And we do both have career nights, and we have them every single week. And so he sets up both in person and on Zoom career nights for us. He follows up. He also does a lot of event planning and connection for us. So we have an event coming up, as you know, 𝗙𝗯𝗶𝗹, we're heavy on our events and we like to attract our people. And so he will create an invite, for example, or an email and get it sent out and then respond to those who open the email. So it's a very personal touch. He has scripts and dialogues that he uses, and then he uses those to connect and get signups for these events. So that's just 2 of the things he does. Alfredo's going to give you 20 more, I'm sure.
No, I'm going to piggyback off of that. One of the things, though, is he helps us scout for talent, right? So by him doing those tasks, it gives Sharon and I an opportunity to really have those deeper conversations with agents and help them grow, right? So I don't have to spend my time on those little things. He also sets up with us, right? And every cyberbacker is different. So I just want to preface with that, right? I see, 𝗙𝗯𝗹, you're nodding your head, so I know you agree. But every cyberbacker is different. So the goal of it is, what do you want in your business? And then finding that person to cater it. One of our successes is Marty's really good on the social media side. So he helps me on that. So I don't have to edit those videos. So it's not just phone calls. It's a little bit of everything. And it's really, he helps us find talent. And my job is to find talent, find the Sharon. So I didn't find her. So I helped her I didn't find her for any of the roles, but she was found through KW. So that's the role. And I think tasks, they'll do everything as long as we're training, right? And I think you all train them a lot. And I think that's the partnership.
course, here in Cyberbacker, we do our best to train them. But of course, our cyber CEOs must also invest their own time because we might be able to teach them a lot, but your own styles, the way you want things to be done, you have to also help them out, right? Now, my next question is a bit tough. Have there been any challenges that you've had working with Cyberbacker? Anything at all?
For me, it hasn't been a challenge with Marty. It's more been a challenge with us because we are a big group. And we both, Alfredo and I are both very strong personalities, and we have ideology and we have structure around how we want our market centers run. So I wouldn't say it was a Marty thing. It's more us getting on the page that we'd like him to be on and then connecting and then getting him that information. So that's probably, Alfredo might say something different, but I'd say we're going to admit that we're the horns in this. And sometimes we go back and forth, and Marty's been good with our marriage counseling, which is what I call it.
Yo, easy. This isn't like a life podcast. Poor Jello, edit that.
How about you, Alfredo? Anything else?
No, the biggest challenge in the beginning was, and I just want to make sure everybody hears this, is you all train well, but I have a style, Sharon has a style. So the challenge is, how do I communicate that style? And I think for any leadership watching this, I just want to make this clear, is you're the leader. So I think Sharon and I, as she jokes, but our job is to lead our cyberbacker and help him understand what we want to do, right? So part of our organization, level 5 leadership, we want him to understand what standards we have and then hold him accountable. And then he holds us accountable to the same standards. So I think Sharon said it really great, is it's not necessarily the cyberbacker, it's on us to make sure that we're training, we're the leaders at the end of the day. So it's a two-way street, right? It's a two-way street on the standard side. So challenges has just been, how do we communicate what we want across over there? And then every once in a while in some of the areas, and you all are watching this, so there's a typhoon or things like that, we get hurricanes over here. So every once in a while you get one of those, but besides that, no big challenges.
No big challenges then. Now, one last thing. I know that we've been talking about Marty for a while now, and I know that he's listening to our episode today. Would you want to give him a quick shout out on the show? Something real quick.
We love you, Marty.
Marty, thanks for hanging out with me for the last 2 years. And his words were partnership. You're here to help me. So yes, if I'm shouting out, thanks. We still got big goals though. So whoever else is watching this, we're probably calling you to join our office. And we expect big things from the team.
Yeah, well, I'd just like to say how appreciative we are, and myself as well. I'm newer to this relationship. I also would say that I appreciate specifically about Marty that he does, how do I put it? I'm going to make it into PG. He's so connected to the job that he does with us that he wants to do well. And I appreciate that, because sometimes we have people who are just focused only on what their goal is, but he really wants to perform for us so that we reach our goals. So, and it's genuine. Because we Alfredo and I meet and see a lot of people, and we can tell personalities, and his is really genuine. So, Marty, that's the shout out. Don't ask for anything else nice for the rest of the week. So.
No, we are very excited to see where this partnership between you and, of course, Marty would be in the next few years to come. Guys, thank you very much for being on the show today.
Thanks
for having
Jello.
us.
It was awesome.
Have a great day, guys. Thank you again. Take care. Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.